And you see where it doesn't broadcast when you're ready to go. So you're live right now. You're good. And then...
Hi, I'm Maureen, Tara Nelson, MTN Matchmaking, with the very beautiful and talented Lauren Defranco.
Hi, Maureen. We're sitting across from each other. We're at, where are we? K-Joy Radio.
We're at K-Joy. We just did our radio show, and our producer, Joe, is amazing.
I just realized I'm in a swivel chair. And it's hard to not swivel in a swivel chair.
I'm jealous. I'm like, you look awfully cool. First of all, she's right across from me.
We're literally
super cool.
We're like 3 feet away from each other.
So this is so super exciting because Joe, the producer, is teaching me so many great things. And Lauren and I just did the radio show on K-Joy playing on Sundays, and we tape it on Fridays. We just had an epiphany.
Well, I think it's because I'm so bad at dating and finding love. And admittedly, I am.
I love it.
So
seriously,
we decided to make an example out of me.
So thanks to Lauren, because I have said to Lauren, why don't you let me match you? And Lauren is always saying, oh, I'm way too hard. I'm way too picky. No, no, no. So every time that we do this weekly radio show, Lauren will say something, and it's like an internet thought. And I like to say it like that because when people come to me, they're usually the 1% on the internet sites that do not belong on the internet.
They belong in a more quality environment, a more protective environment.
So now that gets me to thinking, because as we were talking on the radio show, Lauren was saying things that there are internet thoughts.
Such as, give them an example, because
so
I mean, I know what the example is that I said today, but you can tell them.
In other words, we were talking about in the future. So New Year's Eve is coming.
The dreaded Christmas, New Year's Eve, and Valentine's.
Okay, so do you see the difference of that thought process? And then I'm going to give you this thought process. I can't wait for the holidays. I can't wait for New Year's Eve. And it would be so great to be in love with someone. I can't wait for Valentine's Day, because next year, I'm going to be with someone for Valentine's Day.
It's positive thinking, of course, but
so again,
very hard to think like that. And I'm sure I'm not alone.
Yeah, right. It's not as hard as you think. And that is the point that made we come up with the idea of MTN Matchmaking Boot Camp.
And I am going to boot camp, which means Maureen is going to train me to rewire my brain.
Yes, and that's what it is.
And think differently about finding love, which is really, I think I do need boot camp. I really
do. 100%. And I love you to death. That's why I could say it. And then that's why I thought, oh my gosh, maybe other people can benefit from this, because I struggle sometimes with my own clients that I love them to death, and they're just so used to internet dating sites that they still think internet thoughts.
Like, what are internet thoughts? Give me an example. Not just like dreading the holidays, but what are internet thoughts?
Thinking of, doing the same things over and over, but magically expecting
different results. That's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, so we all know that.
Does that mean I'm insane?
No, it just means that you are thinking not in a productive way that you should be thinking if you're going to be a client of mine. So we have established that you are not ready for MTN Matchmaking. That's it.
I'm not even accepted. Can you believe that? I'm not even accepted.
Okay, so the bottom line is many people, if you're still thinking like that, you're not ready for a private upscale matchmaking service. But I still want to be able to help you, and I want to be able to help you get there.
But if I go through boot camp, I will be ready, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I am a viable candidate. Let's just please,
course,
at least let's get there.
Because again, it's not.
I'm not a total loser.
No, look, boot camp is not going to be for losers. It's going to be for people that are so sick of the internet.
Mhm.
They've been doing internet dating for so long. That's all you know, and that's all you're thinking. And you're not projecting and putting out the positive energy to get you where you want to be.
Mhm.
So even with my own clients, if they are thinking still negative in the sense of what they're expecting on the internet dating sites, which happens all the time, then they're not experiencing and valuing how great the process is. So it's just a matter of me helping my clients retrain your brain into thinking you are up here.
So give me
You
some.
deserve love.
Well, I like the way that sounds, but give me some examples of what I'm going to have to go through because I am going to boot camp.
Yes.
We've already established that. So I'm going to do boot camp
So
for a week. It's a week. Is it an intense week of deprogramming myself? Or,
and let me just mute this for a second.
oh,
Just in case there's some comments, because again, Joe, our producer for our radio show,
mhm.
I don't know about you, Laura, but I thought he was going to be with us and help us do this.
I thought so too. Where the heck did he go?
He literally
left us to our own devices.
And you don't do that with me. So
Well, I
Trisha's
actually
watching.
I can move around and get him too. So if we need
Bring
him.
them on camera. What does that mean?
Do you want to see Joe?
I wonder if that means Trisha can
Oh,
go
I
on
think we
camera.
can put people in the show. Yeah, but we don't know how to do that yet.
Trisha, Joe literally said, "Oh, I'll do it here for you," and then he goes and leaves.
And then he walked out of the room.
So, but okay, so I want to talk about boot camp because there are singles out there that you're beautiful people, you deserve love. Well, first of all, we all deserve love.
Right. And we're going into the holiday season, and I really think it's an important time to do this kind of thing because people do look at the holidays like I look at them, or like a lot of people get depressed during the holidays, whether you have someone or not, especially singles, right?
Okay, but that's different. Now let's take the bridge to the upcoming holidays. So if people are on, when you notice if you're going out with people on the internet sites, do you ever notice that they're kind of not as positive as you would want them to be? Is that fair to say?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, that is the number one reason why I disqualify people.
Mhm.
It's not because of they don't, they're not nice people.
Mhm.
It has to just do with they're not positive enough.
Mhm.
And they don't, for some reason, I'm sure the psychology is they don't think they're worthy of love. Yes, you are. We all are.
Mhm.
And the internet is just horrible. And I'm not trying to sell anything here because Lauren is going to be the first client. in
Right.
my
She
boutique.
already sold me, so.
And I have to tell you, I know I could make Lauren the perfect client at MTN Matchmaking if she could get rid of her internet mind, her internet thoughts. I've said, Lauren and I have been doing the radio show for what, a year and a half?
I think 2 years now.
So how many
Which is a
times-
great show, and we really evolved because we really have gone through a myriad of topics, and you never get bored talking about love. But I think the boot camp is the pinnacle of our ideas
yes.
coming together because we did have like a epiphany moment today that
Yes.
we
right,
realized
right.
why I'm so unsuccessful.
Well, yes, but how many? I want other people to comment, please. How many people think, oh, shoot, I wasn't on public. Now I am. Okay, so we should really start over now.
Oh, boy.
Okay, hello. Welcome to MTN Matchmaking Friday Facebook Live with the very beautiful and talented Lauren Defranco.
We've been chatting here for 10 minutes, but
We've been chatting, and
we
I
had
was
an
on-
epiphany moment today on the radio show that we've
Yes.
been doing for 2 years that I'm a terrible candidate for the MTN matchmaking because
Mhm.
I have an internet mindset,
Yes.
according to Maureen,
No, she does.
which means
But
I'm
she-
never going to be successful unless I go through boot camp. So Maureen will explain that to you.
Well, because I want you to think of it like this. Look at how beautiful Lauren is. Okay, she
Thank
has
you.
everything going for her. But there's this one thing that she does not have. She doesn't have the mindset of realizing how great she is and deserving love. Okay, so she's thinking of herself as an internet dater. And there's a huge difference between internet daters and people that date with MTN matchmaking, for the most part.
Mhm.
Then I notice a lot of times people, when they have problems dating with MTN matchmaking, it's only because they're thinking with their internet dating minds. Okay, so
For
my
example,
job-
I mean, we gave this example, but I look at the holidays in a somewhat negative way because I'm going
Yes.
into the holidays, not necessarily negative, but a lot of people
No,
dread.
yes, you were
Christmas.
so negative.
Yes, New Year's Eve and the dreaded Valentine's Day, which are 3 holidays that put so much pressure on people, especially those who are single. And Maureen said, don't go into the holidays thinking like that. So how should we go into the holidays thinking?
Thinking of, I can't wait for Valentine's this year because I know that there's a great man out there for me, and I can't wait to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So think of how simple and easy that is. You didn't have to change your belief system. You
No.
just had to change what your mind was
Saying
saying, because what you're thinking is, and also you're going to
a
be saying
manifestation.
too.
Are we manifesting our thoughts when we say, oh, I'm going to go through another New Year's Eve alone?
Yes, horrible.
It's terrible,
It's
right?
horrible. So the boot camp is going to give me the opportunity for the first time in my life that I could help everyone. I've always wanted to do this.
Well, I'm very excited because I know I need boot camp, and we had that epiphany moment today that I really am in dire need of rewiring my brain. So tell me what I'm going to go through when I do boot camp.
So we will be
It's a lot of work.
corresponding
Mm-hmm.
every night for a week,
Mm-hmm.
for about a half hour,
Intensive training here.
intensive, and you will have homework to do, simple, fun homework. The whole process will be extremely positive, and you will come out you're going to feel so happy and so excited for the next day to come. Because
Really?
you're going to know love could happen tomorrow. So,
I I want to believe.
well, you have to believe, okay? Because if you don't believe, it's not going. Oh, nope, it's not false hopes.
Are we getting negative comments?
So, Jennifer, okay, no, I'm glad you said this, Jennifer, for real, because this is why there's boot camp. I could spread as much positivity to someone. And this is why I don't take on everyone at MJ Matchmaking. Because if
She really
you-
doesn't.
Right. If you can't tell your brain that you are going to be successful, you are going to be happy, you are going to find love. If you can't do that, I can't make someone happy and successful
Right.
in finding love.
Right. You can't change their
Right.
whole
So-
approach to life.
So I'm so happy that Lauren said this. Jennifer said this. Here's the thing, Jennifer, and keep writing, okay? Because I truly appreciate your thoughts. What Jennifer's concern is that men don't want relationships. That's internet thinking. So that's exactly what Lauren is
See, that's
doing.
what I was trying to
Yes,
say. Give us an
yes,
example. That's internet
yes.
thinking where you're saying
No man
every
wants
man
relationships.
doesn't want a relationship, which is really not true.
It's not true.
It's been
Because
your
I-
experience.
Yes,
It
and you
has
probably,
been
yes, and
others'
because
experience.
on the internet, you're right, Jennifer. That's
Because
all
people on the internet want the quickest, fastest, easiest.
sex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even though we're a K-Joy, we just did
We
our
can.
radio
We have
show.
to limit our
And, oh my God,
verbiage.
K-Joy?
at
We're not
K-Joy.
allowed to say
We're on
anything.
terrestrial radio. as I
Yes,
call it.
we get in trouble all the time.
Yeah,
but
we get
This is
muted,
my Friday Facebook Live,
so
and
we
I
can say
usually-
whatever the hell we want.
I usually do it with my brother Brian I hope you're watching, Brian. I love you. I miss you.
Hi, Brian.
So today we just had the.
Do I look like Brian?
I'm not going to say you're prettier than Brian because Brian will get jealous of you. But Jennifer, do you see how your experience is that men don't want relationships? You're right. But you're right basing that upon the internet. So you just have to think, because I'm telling you, there's a better way. This is no way, this boot camp is in no way promoting MTN matchmaking.
No, as a matter of fact, we really did have an epiphany moment.
Yes.
That I
Yes.
have
And that's why we're
a
here.
problem.
We had to do this right then and there.
And I'm being
Oh,
really,
good,
I
Jennifer.
don't even like to talk about my personal life. But
Can't
I'm
wait to see what Jennifer wrote again. Yay, let's see.
what is she right?
Dating on Long Island. We've all been dating for many years, and it's just disappointing. Yep. Wreaks havoc on your positivity and self-esteem.
It does.
Jennifer,
I
I
would
love
agree.
you. Jennifer, just please follow all of my social media. Everything is under MTN Matchmaking, because this new boot camp thing that I'm doing, it is going to change your mindset. And
I'm hoping to get something out of it because
you will. Hi, Charles. Oh my God, Charles used to always watch my Friday Facebook Lives. Hi, Charles. Okay, so
that's my favorite name, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What
that's
else
my
is-
dad's name, Charles. Charles in charge.
Ah, okay, so I just want to tell everyone what my boot camp is. There are people that are just not ready for a private upscale matchmaking service. So, Jennifer, I'm going to use you as an excuse because I've been banging Lauren over the head with this.
She
since we
has,
thought
and
of
I
it.
deserve it because I'm really
No,
negative.
No, you're not doing anything wrong. Jennifer, you're not doing anything wrong. Your experience up until now has been that you're only finding those men. Well, you're not like that. You want a committed relationship. Lauren wants a committed relationship. And it's so bizarre because Lauren is sitting right in front of me. This whole new streamline thing, whatever it's called, is freaking
We're
me
in the
out.
same room, basically.
And you know what I wish? On our radio show, Long Island Matchmaker on KJOY, Sundays at 7 a.m., we have a beautiful banner that says Long Island Matchmaker, and it's rolled up in a ball at KJOY. Can't you at least put it up for me, KJOY? Okay, so anyway, back to the boot camp, because Jennifer and George, I'm so happy that you're here. So Jennifer.
George, there's George. I thought Charles is here.
Oh, okay, yes. There was no comment from the other one. So the thing is, when you're doing the internet for so long,
Mhm.
and I understand not everyone can afford, say, $1,000 and up to do a matchmaking service. So you might, or maybe someone doesn't even know about a matchmaking service, okay? But the thing is, when men come to, just say my program, and again, the boot camp is not to sell my program. The boot camp is for me to be able to help everybody find love
And can I just interject one
without
thing?
my service. Yes.
So
Lauren,
Maureen is my friend, and she genuinely does want to help me. And actually, I know I need help. So I think the boot camp is a really phenomenal idea because we were discussing maybe doing a webinar or some kind of instruction, because a lot of women like myself and like Jennifer, I'm assuming things about you, Jennifer, but that we're the rat on the wheel and we keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results. And it doesn't work. It's not working. It's a paradigm that is set up for failure. And Maureen has so much rate of success. I don't say that right, but such a high rate of success in finding matches and getting people to think the right way.
Mhm.
So what is thinking the right way? Like, explain to
So
me how
with my boot camp, okay? Oh, we love Jennifer already.
What did she say?
You're absolutely right. Okay, so believe it or not, the boot camp is literally just going to be about you. You can't change the men that you're meeting on Long Island per se. Okay, you can change where you're going to meet them for sure,
My battery.
but you cannot change a man in his thinking. You don't have to. You have to change yourself. Everyone that's in my boot camp is going to be someone like Lauren, and I love her to death, and thank you for admitting what you were doing that I've noticed since I've met you, and I love you to death. I know I could make Lauren successful. However, I would not help her yet because of it would be too much of a struggle because she was not ready to take my advice because she's still thinking internet thoughts.
Mhm.
She did it today on the radio show, which gave us the epiphany. And Lauren is amazing and is going to go through the boot camp.
Well, can I just tell them an example?
Yes,
So
of
Maureen
course.
said that a nice gift for Christmas, if you're just dating someone for a month, would be to put your picture in a frame with someone, a man to give to a woman,
Yeah.
and put the picture of you two together in a frame.
So guys,
And I was
do
thinking
that.
of
That's
your
great.
enthusiasm, and it sounded like a Larry David moment to me, like, well, does that mean we're committed? And that's way too personal of a gift. And she said, don't think that way.
Right.
But really, after a month, and doesn't that seem a little stalkerish? No.
No, first of all, it was after 3 months.
Okay, I'll take 3 months. That makes a
Okay.
difference.
So, but the whole point of boot camp is to change your own thinking. And that's all that it takes. It's your own thinking.
So I shouldn't be intimidated by a picture of.
No, but the thing is, we all have the ability inside us to be positive. Not everyone chooses to be. There are things that can cripple a person, okay, having nothing to do with relationships, just in general. This has been a pretty tough December for almost everyone that I know in my
Absolutely.
life, right?
Unprecedented.
Does everybody agree with that? Okay.
I would say we've all had a very challenging couple of years, and especially dating in a pandemic is not ideal. So.
Okay, Ace is getting an echo on me, but Joe has me set up here with a mic. See?
I see.
But again, Asa, he did just set us up and he walked out of the room. So
Is it a bad echo?
is it a bad echo, Asa? Okay, so but my point is, we all have been going through a very difficult December, and there are certain things that no matter what, or if it comes to a death, okay, death, don't even look for a relationship, okay. So there are certain things where you should say, okay, I cannot do a boot camp, or I cannot even think
I'm not
of
ready
a
to
relationship
reprogram my brain.
due to X, okay, and I'm going to say X for a reason because X is a negative thing, and that's okay. Other than death, there's not too many other reasons why someone should ever put off finding love. And Charles had a great thing that he wrote. He likes sports. The woman I just signed up, Lauren, I told you, she's a psychologist. Oh my God, she's fucking amazing.
That's
Can't say
awesome.
anything because even though we're at K-Joy,
We can drop the F-bomb.
So, okay, so we just had, maybe that's why I came up with.
We don't get censored by any other medium.
No, a lot of times they do knock me off, but so first of all, I apologize for my hair.
I think your hair looks great. I think it
Horrible.
looks beautiful.
I love my place, so let's just, there's no blame here. They're going to fix it. I just do not have the time to have them go fix it. But that's another story. We are on Friday Facebook Live to discuss boot camp, where I am going to work with Lauren personally, and we're going to see how Lauren does in my week of boot camp.
Well, I'm hoping that it will be a revelation. It'll be a turning point in my life because obviously I've had these probably bad habits for quite some time. I wanted to ask you too.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
That's not good enough. And that's a perfect example. I'm so happy you said that. Now I want you to say, for real, and I've had success with this with my matchmaking,
Mhm.
this is going to make me feel so much better and make me more effective in dating.
This
Say
is
that.
going to make me feel so much better
Mhm.
and effective in dating.
Yeah.
And
Do you see the difference though?
I do. And I'm gonna I
You're
actually believe you
empowering
can
yourself.
I actually believe you can help me, because if anybody can help me, I know it's Maureen, because she really has a lot of wisdom, and she uses her intuition, which she always says is one of her, traits that she uses to match
Which
people.
I don't usually say. I don't go around saying, oh,
It's
I
just intuition.
intuition. I have a 3-part method of compatibility, which, by the way, the psychologist that I did just sign up before here,
Mm.
amazing woman. Gentlemen, if you're in your 50s and you like the outdoors, she's great shape. She's 5'6" and great shape. She's super pretty. She's super smart. I mean, she's
She's
got
the
it
total
all.
package.
Okay, total package. Which, most of my clients are like that as well. But it was just so interesting that I was telling her all of my knowledge of matchmaking,
Mhm.
which is based upon
What is your
pharmaceutical
3-part?
experience.
You said compatibility. What's the other
Okay,
one?
so when I match people up based upon compatibility, it is what they come in with their homework, their 5 best qualities.
Which
Then
we
it's
spoke
my
about today.
assessment of them. Now those two have to match. If they don't, that person is a
Their
lot
top 5 qualities have to match exactly.
with no. The first part of compatibility is what a person says their 5 best qualities are. That's what they're telling me. The second part of the compatibility analysis is my thoughts of that person, my assessment in doing this for 20 years, along with my background in pharmaceuticals. So those two things have to match. For example, if someone says to me, an easy one, oh, I'm really funny, and they're not funny at all. Okay, they're just
Hit the road, Jack.
okay. They just. I mean, it's not really that. It's not really. That's like me. I'm just giving like a quick, easy.
But people
example,
do
but-
have skewed versions of
Yes,
themselves.
they have to be realistic.
Right.
So
Some people do think they're funny and they're not funny
Right.
at all.
So for me, it has to match. Then the third part is I do a personality assessment on that person without them after. This I learned in my pharmaceutical days. No one knows how I do it, and I do it on them. So this particular woman who is amazing, she just loved that. And I'm telling you right now, I know I can make her successful
Mhm.
because she has the right mindset. She tried the internet and she realized she's the 1% of the internet people that pass my screening process, and she's not happy with the internet. Because again, she's meeting all people that don't pass my screening process.
Right.
Okay.
And we're just going to clarify. I'll clarify for you.
Mhm.
Maureen only takes 1% of people who have been using the internet.
That's
No,
what-
that's not to say that 1% of people aren't happy with the internet, because I know from
Right.
experience a shit ton
Oh, yeah.
of people are not happy with the internet because there's been movies about it. You get catfish, you get
Yeah,
people who, or are they who they didn't say. I was talking about that movie that I watched on Netflix, which was strong. I forget. Hard Love or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's movies made about this stuff because it's rampant.
So, okay, so I use that for my compatibility analysis. Now, there are people that call up, I cannot take them on as a client, and they might be the most wonderful person in the world, but I know if they don't take my advice, it's not going to work. Lauren is one of them. She's a dear friend of mine. She's my famous celebrity friend because she was a reporter on ABC and now she's a journalist. She was also managing my PR last year. She's amazing.
Thank you.
So I know I can make her successful, but the one thing, and thank God in heaven, she admits. So now we decided.
Self-awareness.
Yes, we
Took a long time.
came up with the MTN
Boot camp.
Now, it's not going to be MTN Matchmaking Boot Camp. It's MTN Boot Camp. It's for people that, for whatever reason, are not ready for matchmaking.
Mhm.
So it's not going to be the cost of matchmaking.
And she's not giving you the hard sell, but you really do.
Right.
I'm going to go through it and I'm going to report back on how it has changed me.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if it does change my mindset. Hopefully it will. And I already feel more positive.
Okay. Hopefully it will. Now tell yourself,
It will.
this is exactly what I've needed. I feel the difference already because I realize I have been thinking like an internet person. I have been thinking negatively about all the situations I've gone through with meeting men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Maureen's going to be giving me a fresh start, beginning with myself, and I already feel positive. Do you see the difference?
I do. It's very empowering.
And yes, and look, there's so many people that know about being positive, okay? So I'm certainly not reinventing the wheel. And
Well,
that's not the point.
And I want to say,
To help everyone. I'm sorry that I'm cutting off.
you
It's
can.
just at my
We're
age,
on Facebook.
40,
It doesn't matter.
at 49,
Show.
it's, oh, by the way, you're getting all of the, oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Asa. Everyone needs an Asa. Oh, my God. Asa has watched Friday Facebook Live for years. He's amazing.
Asa is a devoted
Cindy,
loyalist.
we love you. We love you, Cindy. Okay, so my point is, Lauren is thinking still, but again, we haven't started the boot camp. The boot
Right.
camp
I'm not even in boot camp yet.
Not
So
yet. It hasn't started.
I'm reverting back to my old ways already.
Well, that's okay because you haven't. Literally, you're going to be retraining your mind.
Mhm.
That's it. And again, I'm not reinventing the wheel, but I'm going to be empowering women, men too if they want, empowering people to see the mistakes that they've been making and how easy it is to switch it. Because a person that's doing an internet dating site, you feel like you're beat up, kind of, right?
Well, I think, yeah, and I think I hate to be sexist about it, but a lot of women get duped because they're
But men
told
do
one
too.
thing. I'm sure men do
They
too.
come in and tell me, yeah.
But women, are told one thing, and or guys string them along and
Mhm.
do the chat thing, the text thing, but they don't want to buy you dinner, they don't want to take you out for a drink,
And
and then
because
once
they're
they start
looking for
sexting
sex.
you, it's all over, and then you're basically, if you're sexting someone within 3 days, then you're setting yourself up for failure,
Right.
pretty much, right?
So after doing,
See, I do know that without
Yeah. and for as long as you've been doing the internet sites, it takes a toll on people, and it's almost like, of course you're going to think like that.
Yeah, because you're going to have a string of negative experiences to
Yeah.
base your
Now-
thought process
yeah.
on.
So now, Lauren will be discussing every night for 7 days, a half hour, and she will have homework to do every single night. But it's going to be fun, exciting, and it's going to have Lauren have the ability to find love wherever. Because I run into people all the time that I don't take them on as a client, and it's not because they don't pass my screening process. It's because they're not positive enough, and that's only because they have internet thinking mind. Okay, that's it.
Right, and I'm going to delete.
That's all you have to do. You have to stop thinking of internet. You have to raise the bar with yourself. Change your thinking. And by changing your thinking, you're going to be a magnet to people. Now, I have proof of this because I've had so many success stories with my clients. And again, I've been doing this 20 years, so I can tell you off the top of my head. I'm not going to say it, obviously, but there are women in my program that are still taking internet thinking,
Mhm,
and they're fighting with me.
mhm. And it
They're-
makes your job harder
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they're
you know,
telling you things that you're
They're-
saying.
they're their own worst enemy.
Mhm,
But I know that the day they start to take my advice, they will be successful.
mhm.
And we do have a renewal policy. Not everyone does get to renew, though. It's not an automatic renewal. If we feel that someone could benefit from more time and they bring it up to us, so that's the difference. They
Mhm.
have to bring it up to us. Then we take them on. But then I have this conversation with them. So I never even realized, Lauren, I've been doing this boot camp with my clients. So this is going to be a boot camp for people that are not clients, that do not want to be at a matchmaker, or maybe you don't have. I have 5 programs, so 20-year-olds 1,000, up to celebrities on Long Island. Okay, I have the best blanking celebrities on Long Island, and they pay $8,000. And what I love about it is they always say, "Why are you only $8,000?" They've done other matchmakers that are in the
And
city.
Maureen's been matchmaking for 20 years, and she is Long Island's only executive level certified matchmaker.
Yes, the reason why we can't even say that without laughing is because we've been doing this show on KJoy, Long Island Matchmaker, for over a year and a half. And literally, right 2 minutes before we're going to start, Lauren will say, "Is it executive level or
Certified or certified
or
executive
executive?
level.
What is it?" So it's just
Because it's a very specific order. It's executive level certified, right?
executive level certified. Yes. So, but the point is, say someone doesn't have the money. That's okay. We're going to be offering this boot camp for people that just want to improve your own
Mindset.
mindset. Perfect. Mindset that you deserve love. And
Oh, Joe,
to put
Joe.
that out there.
Should I go get Joe?
Oh, because with Willie, yeah.
Well,
What?
he just walked by. But do we
Oh,
need
yeah,
him
yeah.
for technical issues?
Oh, well, actually, I have so much work to do.
Are we
And
going off?
December,
Hey, Joe.
I do have a great promotion. Look in Sunday's paper, but I have a great promotion that I do every single December. And so call us at 516-444-2861
Love these
or
swivel chairs.
631-577-7940.
Call MTN Matchmaking.
Yes, that's
And
it. It's the lowest prices of the year. This week for December, I do it every year, and it's my way of giving back. But the whole purpose of Friday Facebook Live today was strictly AC is the best. Thank you.
to talk about boot camp. And I
Let's
just want to
talk
say
about
one
boot
thing
camp.
before I have to leave. But don't go into the holidays like me. Go into the holidays with a positive attitude. Christmas, New Year's, whatever you celebrate, the dreaded Valentine's Day. I'm not going to call it that anymore.
Never again.
After boot camp, and then I'm going to report back. And
Yes.
I'm going to tell you if boot camp helped
And
me.
it's for a week. It's one night a week.
And
Of
I'm
course,
very excited.
It's a half hour. You will have homework to do. But I believe in a week, I will be able to have someone's mindset raised to the point that what they're saying is giving positive thoughts in their mind that will obviously manifest and attract love.
And higher quality people.
Higher
Right?
quality people. Yes.
Better quality
Because
people.
again, what you're saying.
None of those
out
trolls on
loud-
the internet.
Right. But ask yourself questions like, okay, what's the first thought? This is something that we're going to do in boot camp. Okay, Valentine's Day is in February. Quick, what's your first thought?
Ugh.
No, it should be, oh my God, I can't wait for Valentine's Day. This is going to be the best Valentine's Day ever. But you got to mean it and you have to believe it. So again, it's just retraining your brain. How we were discussing that this is probably, it's been a very, very difficult December for me. And I know so many other people.
And we really empathize with that because it's been a hard time for everyone,
Everybody.
even people who aren't single and living
Right.
through this pandemic
Yeah.
and, going in and out of different restrictions and dating. And it's not easy.
But can you be dating now? Yes.
100%.
Should you be dating now? Yes.
100%.
Unless there's a death, okay? With a death, you have to grieve properly. Anything after that, Lisa.
And if it's your nature to isolate, obviously the pandemic probably fed into that more.
Mhm.
So you really have to, and I think that's where this boot camp is ingenious because it's going to help people come out of that isolation mode too.
Again, it's just about you. Okay, so it's about the person feeling the way they should be feeling, which will make them think a certain way, which is much different than they've been thinking. And I was taught this my whole life, and I lived my life this whole way, so that I can tell you, Lauren, you know this. Laura knows some of the struggles I've had in December. Nothing, no one died. So,
thank God.
my point is, okay, everything is going to be great. And you have to know it and believe it.
Positive thoughts, positive energy.
Yes. And
that's when it comes to finding love, right?
Well, it has to be in general because finding love is just a tiny segment of our lives and the positive thinking to get us where we need to be to find love. I'm not saying that when you're ready to find love, you have to spend 24/7 to do it. You don't. And I also want to emphasize, you can't think that you can be your old self, not you personally, just say, someone who's a negative thinker, okay? You cannot get away with thinking, I'm going to stay like that, but when it comes to love, I'll think positively. No.
Right.
This is about changing your mindset with everything in your life.
Got it.
And I can tell you from firsthand experience, there were some nights in December, I did motivational hypnosis through, like, I can't do that because it'll ruin my Facebook, but I just go to YouTube and say hypnosis to relieve back pain or whatever it is. And that's what I've been sleeping with, and it helps. So there's so many things that we have access to that we're not using, and a lot of people just choose to take the easy way out and stay the way they are, which is fine. If you're happy the way you are, stay. I'm not reinventing the wheel. If you want to be a more positive person when it comes to love, you will love this program because it's going to help you love yourself, number one, the most. And then it's going to get your mind off of the horrible internet. The damage that it causes to people's psyche is just so detrimental to your success. So the boot camp is going to fix that. So we're going to start whenever Lauren tells me she's ready.
I'm ready.
So we won't be here for next week because it's going to be Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And don't forget, if you are, though, ready for matchmaking, definitely, even though I take the loss, sign up in December to get the lowest prices of the year.
And don't go through the holidays alone. Go through the holidays trying to make magic with Maureen.
Oh, thank you. And just every day, write down one thing and a different thing every day for a week. Write down one thing that you feel totally blessed by. Because no matter how hard life is, we could always find something that we are blessed and thankful for. So start off with baby steps doing that. And on top of that, as you're going on your daily routine, whatever it is, just remind yourself of why you love yourself. It's probably not something you ever asked yourself before, right? Or have
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do positive affirmations.
But
I don't think I'm that down on myself, but I think I have a negative way of thinking when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
More so, probably.
So now, if you start thinking of the reasons why you love yourself, for
Mhm.
example, I'm a happy person, so I could share that happiness with other people.
Mhm.
That's a really great way to motivate yourself,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
And these are just such simple things.
That you don't really
Yes.
think about.
You don't. So the boot camp is going to have it laid out so it's so simple and easy and fun.
And
To
I'm
find
definitely
out.
going to report back.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
So everybody, I have so many gift certificates that people want to buy for others. Again, the price is crazy ridiculous. This month is 50%.
Well, that is a good gift to get somebody, really.
It is.
It's really a nice gift to
It-
get.
People tell us that all the time, so we love to do it.
Especially like if you have, say your mom and your daughter's 22 and she is having trouble with the internet. I mean, how can you go wrong with finding having a matchmaker do all that work for you?
So, okay, everyone, you have a wonderful week and look in Sunday's paper.
And I'm going to sign out on this one and I'll say goodbye on that
Okay.
camera.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week. Merry Christmas. Bye.
I don't even know how I can get off this. Oh, I guess once you're off, I'm off.
I don't know. I think we're still playing.
Let me see.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe, for setting us up and not showing us how to do this.
Here, I'm just gonna move.
Okay. So, again, we don't know how to get off. You're off.
It's cold in here now.
And bye again.